Collagen, a very widely distributed protein in our body. More than 30% of total proteins in the body are collagen, and various types of are known. Some of them they have got a they are very strong. For example, tendon, it has got its tensile strength is 20 times compared to that of a steel wire of the same diameter. So, what structural features of collagen impart it so much of strength? Just consider this example. I can, I think I can break it, but second one add kar di, more difficult to break it. And if I add the third one also, for me at least, it is impossible to break it. So, united we stand type of a thing. So, collagen also comprises of three polypeptide chains, which are so three are stronger definitely compared to one. So, it's a triple helical structure, three polypeptide chains which are interwound around each other, and the intertwining is very tight. There are three polypeptide chains, as you can see, which are interwound around one another, and intertwining is very tight. It means that in one turn of the helix there are only 3.3 amino acids. So very tight intertwining. You pack it more tightly, more will be the strength. So something like that. So what leads to such tight intertwining? That is because of two important features in the primary structure I am going to tell you. Number one, it is abundant in this amino acid called proline. Now, proline, as you all know, it has got a cyclic R group. This is the only amino acid having cyclic R group, and it is also called a helix breaker. Wherever proline is present, as shown by arrow, there is a sharp bend in the polypeptide chain. But that is what is required in collagen, because the intertwining is so much, the helical structure, it is so tightly intertwined that you need plenty of bends, and proline ensures that these bends are occurring. Second, since three polypeptide chain, I am repeating, tightly intertwined, so very little space is available in the interior. So only a very small amino acid can be accommodated in the interior of the triple helix. And which is the smallest amino acid? It is glycine. Its R group is H. So the smallest amino acid accommodated in the interior. So two peculiar features. Number one, proline for introducing sharp bends, and glycine for being accommodated in the interior. In fact, every third amino acid is glycine. 3.3 turns per amino acid per turn of the helix. So therefore, every third amino acid has to be glycine. So we have talked two important features till now. Number one, triple helical structure. Number two, very tight intertwining. Now the third thing, the chains are extensively bonded, extensively linked with each other with two types of bonds, hydrogen bond and the covalent bond. Now collagen, it is very rich in not only proline but hydroxylated proline also. Not only lysine, lysine के अलावा hydroxylysine is also present. So what is role of these hydroxylations? Hydroxylation, a hydroxyl group participates in the formation of a hydrogen bond. So abundance of hydroxylated amino acids means lots and lots of hydrogen bonds will be formed between the three polypeptide chains. Hydrogen bonds, electrostatic bonds, individually they are very weak, but their collective strength is enormous. A number of hydrogen bond, so collective strength उनकी बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगी. Apart from that, hydrogen bonding, as we said, that there are covalent bonds also, and the covalent bonds are formed by this amino acid called lysine. It has got a long R group, CH2, 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 NH2, ये एक लाइसिन एक पॉलीपेप्टाइड चेन पर, दूसरा दूसरे पर, ये दोनों NH मिलकर दे विल बी elimination of one NH3, a covalent bond will be formed. So covalent bond कम होते हैं but every bond is very strong. So इस तरह से all these features, triple helix, interwound tightly, extensive binding, they lead to strength of collagen. Now supposing if glycine were to be replaced by some bulkier amino acid, every amino acid is bulkier, larger than glycine. अगर मान लो ग्लाइसिन सिस्टीन से रिप्लेस हो जाए CH2SH, so tight interbinding will be disrupted and collagen will become weaker. This is what happened in a disease called osteogenesis imperfecta or the brittle bone diseases. The bones become fragile in the child and frequent fractures are there. One more point, अगर ये हाइड्रोक्सिलेशन इफेक्ट हो जाएगा तो इससे क्या हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड कम नहीं हो जाएंगे? यस दे विल, एंड ये होता है इन अ डिजीज कॉल्ड स्कर्वी. स्कर्वी के अंदर बिकॉज विटामिन सी पार्टिसिपेट्स इन कन्वर्जन ऑफ प्रोलीन टू हाइड्रोक्सीप्रोलीन, लाइसिन टू हाइड्रोक्सीलाइसिन. सो अगर स्कर्वी हो गई, हाइड्रोक्सिलेशन कम हो गया, less of hydrogen bonds will be there. Collagen, as you know, it is present in vessel walls also. The blood vessels become fragile, so bleeding gums, subcutaneous bleeding, the typical features of scurvy will be seen. So today we have seen what contributes to strength of collagen. 1, 2, 3. Triple interwound bonding, and we also saw how primary structure leads to these characteristics, and 2 clinical problems also I have tried to explain. Thank you so much.